The sleek metallic corridors of the Galactic Research Vessel Celestia hummed with the low thrum of interstellar engines. Alien scientists of various shapes and colors bustled about, their movements purposeful. Clusters of tentacled, multi-eyed beings huddled over holographic displays, while tall, thin creatures with translucent skin exchanged rapid-fire thoughts through flickering bioluminescent patterns. In the center of this organized chaos stood Dr. Zorblax, a particularly distinguished member of the Zunorian species, known for their towering stature and crystalline intellect. Today, his focus was on the containment chamber where an anomaly of galactic proportions was being studied. Dave sat in the middle of the chamber, cross-legged and remarkably calm considering his predicament. He was a man of average build, with a mop of unruly brown hair and an easy-going smile that seemed permanently etched on his face. His attire, a simple blue jumpsuit, bore the insignia of the Earth Space Exploration Initiative. "Are you certain this human can withstand the test?" inquired Dr. Zorblax, his voice carrying a hint of skepticism as he addressed his team. "According to our data, humans are notoriously fragile," replied Dr. Vix, a colleague with a penchant for statistics. "The conditions in the chamber simulate the gravitational forces of a neutron star, a scenario deemed impossible for human survival." Dave, overhearing the conversation through the chamber's translator, chuckled softly. "You guys have obviously never seen rush-hour traffic on Earth." The aliens exchanged glances, their expressions a mix of confusion and curiosity. Dr. Zorblax, intrigued by the human's nonchalance, decided to proceed with the experiment. "Commence the simulation," he ordered, his gaze fixed on Dave. The chamber's atmosphere shifted as the artificial gravitational forces intensified. The pressure was enough to crush most life forms into oblivion, yet Dave sat there, seemingly unfazed. The alien scientist watched, anticipation mingled with disbelief. As the seconds ticked by, Dave began to whistle a tune, a jaunty melody that seemed absurdly out of place. Dr. Vix's eyes widened, his tentacles twitching with incredulity. "This is impossible!" Dave grinned, the corners of his eyes crinkling with amusement. "It's all about finding your center. Yoga helps, you know." The aliens were baffled. Their calculations had been precise, their simulations flawless. Yet here was this human, surviving the impossible with a casual demeanor that defied logic. Dr. Zorblax, his curiosity piqued, approached the chamber's observation window. "Human Dave, how do you explain this resilience?" Dave shrugged, his expression thoughtful. "Well, Earth throws a lot at us. Hurricanes, earthquakes, taxes. You learn to roll with it." The aliens pondered his words, trying to comprehend the resilience of a species that thrived amidst chaos. Dr. Zorblax, ever the scientist, was determined to uncover the secrets of human adaptability. "Prepare for the next phase," he announced, his mind racing with possibilities. "We must understand how this human survives the impossible." As the team prepared, Dave leaned back, hands behind his head, and surveyed his alien audience with a twinkle in his eye. He was far from home, yet somehow, amidst the strange and the unknown, he felt right at ease. The Celestia's research chamber buzzed with activity as the alien scientists scrambled to adjust their instruments for the next phase of their experiment. The room was a symphony of blinking lights and softly whirring machinery, all focused on unraveling the mystery of the human anomaly before them. Dave, still sitting casually, watched with mild curiosity as the aliens prepared. He had long since stopped being surprised by the bizarre situations his role as an interstellar envoy often landed him in. If anything, he found the whole experience rather entertaining. Dr. Zorblax was deep in thought, his crystalline mind processing the data from the initial test. The fact that Dave had survived the neutron star simulation was not just improbable, it was unthinkable. Yet here he was, alive and well, with a demeanor that suggested he was merely waiting for a bus rather than defying the laws of physics. Human Dave, Dr. Zorblax addressed him, his voice carrying an undertone of respect now. "We are preparing to simulate the conditions of a black hole's event horizon. Do you understand the gravity of this test?" Dave chuckled at the unintended pun. "I get it, but don't worry, I've been through worse. Ever tried explaining Earth politics to an alien diplomat?" The scientists exchanged puzzled looks, the nuances of human humor still eluding them. Nevertheless, they proceeded with the experiment, their curiosity outweighing their skepticism. As the simulation began, the chamber filled with an eerie silence, punctuated only by the hum of the machinery. The gravitational forces increased exponentially, the very fabric of space-time bending under the simulated conditions. Yet Dave remained unperturbed, his expression serene. "Remarkable," whispered Dr. Vrix, his eyes glued to the monitors. "His vital signs stable. How can this be?" Dave, sensing the growing tension, offered a simple explanation. "You see, humans have this thing called stubbornness. It's like an invisible superpower, we just refuse to give up." The aliens pondered this notion, trying to reconcile it with their understanding of biology and physics. Dr. Zorblax, fascinated by Dave's resilience, began to see the human's presence as an opportunity rather than an enigma. "Let us analyze the data further," he suggested, gesturing to the team of scientists. "There must be something we are missing." While the aliens busied themselves with their analyses, Dave took the opportunity to stretch his legs. He wandered around the chamber, examining the strange alien technology with a mix of curiosity and awe. Despite the gravity of the situation, he felt a profound sense of wonder. As he meandered, he noticed a small, shimmering orb hovering in one corner of the room. It pulsated with a gentle light, casting a warm glow across the chamber. Intrigued, Dave reached out and touched it, feeling a pleasant tingle spread through his fingertips. "Careful, human," cautioned Dr. Vix, noticing Dave's interest. "That is a quantum stabilization device. It maintains the integrity of the simulation." Dave nodded, retracting his hand. "Got it. No touching the shiny things." The scientists continued their work, their focus unwavering. As they delved deeper into the data, they began to uncover patterns that defied their expectations. The human's adaptability, his ability to survive the impossible, seemed to stem from an intricate interplay of factors: biological, psychological, and perhaps even cultural. Dr. Zorblax marveled at the complexity of the human condition. It appears that human resilience is not merely a physical trait, but a multidimensional phenomenon. Dave, overhearing, couldn't help but interject. "It's all in the mind, Doc. We humans have a knack for finding hope in the darkest places." The aliens considered his words, their understanding of humanity deepening with each passing moment. The human's presence was transforming their perception of life, challenging their assumptions, and expanding their horizons. As the simulation concluded, Dave returned to his spot in the center of the chamber, a satisfied smile playing on his lips. He had survived yet another impossible test, his spirit unbroken and his curiosity undimmed. Dr. Zorblax approached him, a newfound respect evident in his demeanor. "Human Dave, your resilience is truly extraordinary. You have taught us much about the potential of life." Dave shrugged modestly, his eyes twinkling with mischief. "Just doing my part for intergalactic relations." With the experiment concluded, the scientists began to dismantle the simulation equipment, their minds abuzz with new possibilities. Dave watched them, feeling a sense of camaraderie with these alien beings who, despite their differences, shared a common quest for knowledge. As the Celestia resumed its journey through the cosmos, Dave found himself reflecting on the day's events. He had faced the impossible and emerged unscathed, a testament to the indomitable spirit of humanity, and in doing so, he had forged a connection with beings from across the galaxy, bridging the gap between worlds with a smile and a touch of humor. In that moment, Dave realized that the true power of humanity lay not in its physical prowess or technological advancements, but in its ability to adapt, to endure, and to inspire. It was a lesson he hoped to share with the universe, one impossible challenge at a time. With the Celestia gliding through the vastness of space, the ship's corridors were abuzz with the aftermath of the day's revelations. Alien scientists, each driven by a newfound curiosity, engaged in animated discussions about the implications of their findings. The focus of their conversations was none other than the human anomaly, Dave, who had Dr. Zorblax convened a meeting in the ship's main conference chamber, its walls adorned with holographic displays of galaxies and nebulae. The attendees included representatives from various species, each bringing their unique perspectives to the table. Dave was invited as the guest of honor, his presence an unorthodox but essential element of the discussion. "Esteemed colleagues," Dr. Zorblax began, his voice resonating with authority, "today we have witnessed the resilience of a human under conditions that should have been fatal. It is imperative that we understand the mechanisms behind this phenomenon." Dr. Vix, ever the statistician, leaned forward. "Our data suggests that the human psychological state plays a significant role in their survival. Their ability to remain calm and optimistic is unlike anything we've observed in other species." Dave, lounging comfortably in his chair, grinned at the compliment. "Well, we humans have a saying, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. It's all about perspective." The aliens exchanged glances, their expressions a mix of intrigue and puzzlement. The concept of turning adversity into opportunity was novel to many of them, accustomed as they were to more straightforward survival strategies. Dr. Zorblax nodded thoughtfully. "It appears that human adaptability is a multifaceted trait, encompassing biological, psychological, and cultural dimensions. We must explore these aspects further." As the discussion continued, the scientists delved into the intricacies of human biology, examining everything from cellular structures to neural pathways. They debated the role of evolution in shaping humanity's unique resilience, considering factors such as Earth, volatile environment, and the challenges of human history. Dave listened intently, occasionally interjecting with anecdotes that illustrated the human experience. He spoke of Earth's diverse cultures, its myriad challenges, and the indomitable spirit of its people. His stories, peppered with humor and insight, captivated the aliens, offering them a glimpse into the complexities of human life. As the meeting progressed, the conversation shifted to potential applications of their findings. Dr. Zorblax proposed that understanding human adaptability could lead to advancements in medicine, technology, and even diplomacy. By harnessing the principles of human resilience, they could improve the lives of countless beings across the galaxy. Dave, ever the optimist, saw the potential for something even greater. "Imagine if we could share this knowledge with other species," he suggested, his eyes alight with possibility. "We could build a coalition of resilient beings, working together to tackle the universe's toughest challenges." The idea resonated with the assembly, sparking a wave of enthusiasm. The prospect of a united interstellar community, bound by a shared commitment to resilience and innovation, was a vision that inspired hope and excitement. As the meeting drew to a close, Dr. Zorblax expressed his gratitude to Dave. "Your presence has been invaluable, human Dave. You have not only survived the impossible, but have also opened our minds to new possibilities." Dave, ever humble, shrugged off the praise. "Just doing what humans do best, finding a way through the impossible." With the meeting adjourned, the scientists departed, their minds brimming with ideas and plans. Dave lingered for a moment, gazing at the holographic displays of distant stars and galaxies. He felt a profound sense of connection to the universe, a reminder of humanity's place within the cosmic tapestry. As he left the conference chamber, he was joined by Dr. Vrix, who had been particularly taken with the human's insights. Human Dave, Vix began tentatively, would you be willing to assist us further in our research? Your perspective is invaluable. Dave considered the offer, a smile playing on his lips. I'd be honored. Besides, I've always wanted to see what makes the universe tick. With that, a new chapter of collaboration began. Dave became an integral part of the Celestia's research team, his unique perspective and indomitable spirit guiding their exploration of human adaptability. Together, they embarked on a journey of discovery, unraveling the mysteries of resilience and forging bonds that transcended the boundaries of species and space. In the days that followed, Dave's presence on the Celestia became a source of inspiration for the crew. His ability to navigate the unknown with humor and grace served as a reminder of the power of the human spirit, a beacon of hope in a universe filled with challenges and wonders. As the Celestia continued its voyage through the stars, Dave found himself reflecting on the journey that had brought him here. He had faced the impossible and emerged stronger, his experiences a testament to the boundless potential of humanity. And in doing so, he had discovered a new purpose: to share the lessons of resilience with the galaxy, one impossible challenge at a time. The Celestia continued its journey, weaving through the tapestry of stars with a newfound sense of purpose. Dave's role on the ship had evolved. He was no longer just an anomaly to be studied, but a valuable member of the crew, contributing his unique insights to their interstellar mission. His presence had sparked a transformation among the scientists, who now viewed humanity's peculiarities with admiration rather than confusion. In the ship's expansive laboratory, Dave found himself working alongside Dr. Vrix, who had taken a keen interest in understanding the psychological aspects of human resilience. Together, they explored the nuances of human behavior, delving into topics that range from stress management to the power of humor in adversity. Human Dave, Dr. Vix began one morning, his tentacles deftly manipulating a holographic interface. I've been analyzing the data from our previous experiments. There seems to be a correlation between your emotional state and your physiological responses under stress. Dave leaned over to examine the data, his brow furrowing in concentration. Makes sense. Back on Earth, we call it mind over matter. If you believe you can handle something, your body often follows suit. Dr. Vrix nodded, fascinated by the concept. It's a remarkable adaptation. Perhaps we could develop training programs for other species, teaching them to harness this mental resilience. Dave grinned, envisioning a galaxy where beings of all kinds learn to face challenges with the same tenacity. Count me in. I'd love to be part of that. Their collaboration bore fruit as they developed a series of workshops designed to enhance mental fortitude. These sessions, attended by crew members of various species, became a highlight of life aboard the Celestia. Dave's easygoing nature and knack for storytelling made him an engaging instructor, his tales of Earth serving as both entertainment and education. One day, as Dave prepared for another session, Dr. Zorblox approached him with an intriguing proposition. Human Dave, we have received a request from the Galactic Council. They wish to meet with you to discuss your experiences and Dave raised an eyebrow, surprised by the invitation. The Galactic Council, aren't they the bigwigs who run the show? Indeed, Dr. Zorblox confirmed. Your resilience and perspective have piqued their interest. They seek to understand how your experiences might benefit the broader interstellar community. Dave considered the opportunity, a mixture of excitement and apprehension bubbling within him. It was one thing to share his thoughts with the crew, but addressing the galaxy's most influential leaders was another matter entirely. Well, he said with a shrug, I guess it's time to see if I can survive the impossible again. As the Celestia altered its course toward the Council's meeting point, Dave prepared for the encounter. He spent hours in the ship's library, reviewing reports and familiarizing himself with the intricacies of interstellar politics. Despite the daunting task ahead, he remained optimistic, buoyed by the support of his newfound friends. The day of the meeting arrived, and Dave found himself standing before the imposing structure of the Galactic Council's headquarters. The building, a marvel of architecture, seemed to defy gravity, its spires reaching toward the heavens in a display of technological prowess. Inside, Dave was greeted by representatives from countless species, each more diverse than the last. Their curiosity was palpable as they gathered to hear from the human who had captured their imagination. Dr. Zorblax, acting as Dave's guide, led him to the central chamber where the council awaited. The room was vast, its walls adorned with intricate mosaics depicting the history of the galaxy. At its center stood a circular platform, surrounded by tiered seating for the council members. Taking a deep breath, Dave stepped onto the platform, his heart pounding with anticipation. The room fell silent as he began to speak, his voice carrying the weight of his. "Ladies and gentlemen, and esteemed beings of all kinds," he began, a hint of humor in his tone. "I'm just a guy from Earth who's had the privilege of seeing the universe from a different perspective." He spoke of resilience, of humanity's ability to adapt and thrive in the face of adversity. He shared stories of Earth's challenges and triumphs, illustrating how the human spirit had been forged in the fires of struggle and innovation. The council listened intently, their expressions ranging from skepticism to admiration. Dave's words resonated with them, offering a fresh perspective on the potential for cooperation and growth across the cosmos. As he concluded, Dave posed a question that had been on his mind since his journey began. What if we could all learn from each other, share our strengths, and build a galaxy where resilience and collaboration are the norm? The chamber buzzed with energy as the council members deliberated, their discussions animated and hopeful. Dave stood quietly, his heart full as he realized the impact of his words. Dr. Zorblax approached him, a rare smile gracing his features. "Human Dave, you have given us much to consider. Your insights may well shape the future of interstellar relations." Dave nodded, humbled by the possibility. "I'm just glad I could help. After all, we're all in this universe together." With the meeting adjourned, Dave returned to the Celestia, his mind racing with ideas and possibilities. He had faced the impossible once more and emerged with a sense of purpose and connection that transcended the boundaries of species and space. As the Celestia resumed its journey, Dave found himself reflecting on the path that had brought him here. He had become a bridge between worlds, a symbol of humanity's potential to inspire and unite, and in doing so, he had discovered a new mission: to continue sharing the lessons of resilience and hope with the galaxy, one impossible challenge at a time. The Celestia sailed onward, its journey now infused with a sense of purpose that resonated throughout the ship. Dave had returned from his encounter with the Galactic Council, his mind still buzzing with the possibilities of what lay ahead. The prospect of fostering a galaxy-wide culture of resilience and cooperation filled him with a renewed sense of determination. Back on the ship, Dave found himself drawn to the observation deck, a tranquil space where the vastness of the cosmos unfolded in all its glory. He often came here to reflect, the stars serving as a reminder of both the challenges and the wonders that awaited. As he gazed out at the swirling nebulae and distant galaxies, he heard the familiar sound of footsteps approaching. It was Dr. Vrix, who had become not only a colleague but a friend during their time together. "Human Dave," Vrix began, joining him at the viewing window. "Your address to the council was quite impactful. The discussions it has sparked are promising." Dave nodded, a smile playing on his lips. "I just hope it leads to something good. We've got a big universe out there, and it would be nice if we could tackle it together." Vrix's eyes flickered thoughtfully. "Indeed, there is much we can learn from one another. Your insights have already begun to influence our research on resilience." The two stood in companionable silence, each contemplating the path that had brought them here. For Dave, the journey had been as much about self-discovery as it was about exploration. He had come to see the universe not just as a vast expanse of stars, but as a tapestry of interconnected lives, each with its own story to tell. Their quiet moment was interrupted by a gentle chime from the ship's intercom, signaling a message from Dr. Zorblax. Human Dave and Dr. VRX, please, report to the main laboratory. We have a development that requires your attention. Intrigued, they made their way to the lab, where Dr. Zorblax awaited them. The room was abuzz with activity, scientists bustling about as they prepared for a new experiment. A holographic display at the center of the room depicted a complex array of data and projections. "Thank you for coming," Zorblax greeted them, his demeanor both serious and excited. "We have been analyzing the implications of human resilience and believe we have identified a potential application." Dave raised an eyebrow, curiosity piqued. "What sort of application are we talking about?" Dr. Zorblax gestured to the holographic display, which shifted to reveal a detailed schematic of a device. "We're developing a prototype for a resilience enhancement module. It is designed to augment the psychological and physiological capabilities of beings facing extreme conditions." Dave studied the schematic, his mind racing with possibilities. "So, it's like a resilience booster for anyone who needs it?" "Precisely," Vrix replied, his enthusiasm evident. "The module incorporates principles derived from human adaptability, allowing users to maintain focus and composure in challenging environments." The concept was groundbreaking, offering the potential to revolutionize how beings across the galaxy approached adversity. Dave felt a swell of pride, knowing that his experiences had helped shape this innovative endeavor. Dr. Zorblax continued, "We would like you to assist in the testing phase. Your unique perspective and first-hand understanding of resilience will be invaluable." Dave agreed, eager to contribute to the project. Over the following days he worked closely with the scientists, offering insights and feedback as they refined the module's design. The collaboration was a testament to the power of shared knowledge, each participant bringing their strengths to the table. As the testing phase progressed, the ship's crew gathered to witness the first demonstration. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation, the prospect of witnessing a breakthrough that could change the course of interstellar exploration. Dave stood at the forefront, the prototype module secured to his arm. It was a sleek, unobtrusive device, its surface gleaming with a soft luminescence. The scientists watched intently as he activated it, the room falling silent in expectation. The module hummed to life, a gentle warmth spreading through Dave's body. He felt an immediate sense of clarity and focus, his mind sharp and unburdened by doubt. It was as if the device had tapped into the very essence of human resilience, amplifying it tenfold. Dr. Zorblax observed the readings, his eyes widening with excitement. "The module is functioning as intended. Human Dave, how do you feel?" Dave grinned, the sensation invigorating, like I could take on the universe. The demonstration was a resounding success, the implications of the module's capabilities sparking a wave of enthusiasm among the crew. It was a testament to what could be achieved when diverse minds came together, united by a common goal. In the days that followed, the module underwent further testing, its potential applications explored across a range of scenarios. Dave continued to play an integral role, his insights invaluable as the team refined and perfected the device. As the Celestia continued its voyage, the module became a symbol of the ship's mission, to foster resilience and cooperation across the galaxy. It was a tangible representation of the power of unity, a reminder that even the most insurmountable challenges could be overcome when beings work together. For Dave, the journey had been transformative. He had ventured into the unknown, faced the impossible, and emerged with a deeper understanding of both himself and the universe. His experiences had taught him that resilience was not just a trait, but a mindset, a way of approaching the world with hope and determination. As he stood on the observation deck, gazing out at the stars, Dave felt a profound sense of connection to the cosmos. He was a part of something greater, a participant in an unfolding story that spanned the galaxy. And as he contemplated the future, he knew that the lessons of resilience and cooperation would guide him on whatever adventures lay ahead.